day of salvation.
In this gospel message, this inaugural message in Luke 4, when Jesus talks about setting the captive free, I maintain that it does have to do with economic freedom, that it does have to do with spiritual freedom, and I do believe that it does have to do with political freedom.
And part of the challenge of what it means to be Baptist in our society is to reclaim the holistic understanding of what it means to proclaim release to all captives. We become so privatized and personalized in our society right now that we believe that Jesus only provides release from psychological captivity. But I believe that Jesus calls the church to align itself with those who are in all forms of captivity.
Now that gets some of us a little bit nervous, doesn't it? When we talk about release for the captives. Sometimes I believe we don't really want people to be free, because then we can't control them. Then we can't have them to serve our purposes and the things that we want. But if we really live into the vision that Jesus has for us here in Luke 4, then we're going to celebrate liberty for the captive.
For me, what's interesting about this word is not so much whether or not it's social captivity or political captivity or captivity as due to one's own misdeeds, but it is the opportunity to be redeemed. It's the opportunity to be set free, and that's what Jesus does.
Jesus is concerned about breaking down all of those structures, all of those human constructs that deny us the ability to be fully human.
Ates and I agree that Jesus did come to break down barriers. We see that all throughout his ministry. When he met the Samaritan woman at the well, when he crossed all of these cultural and religious and political taboos in order to reach people, we see how Jesus was a breaking barrier down type of Messiah. And in doing so, his life demonstrated the agenda that he had as set forth for us here in Luke 4. He lived everything that he proclaimed. Release for the captives. He released people from demon possession. He released people from cultural segregation. He released people in so many ways from their captivity, and he lived it. He lived his proclamation. We see that also to be true when he talked about sight for the blind, because the proclamation of liberty also came with a dimension of healing. We don't need to dismiss that.
And that sense of blindness has a whole range of meanings that relate not only to a full spectrum, I think, of health issues, but also in a larger way, the kind of blindness we have about poverty, about captivity, and in a broader sense, the whole gamut of social ills. There is a kind of blindness that we have. And I think, frankly, that the gospel challenges us on that point.